Hi everyone. Today we're looking at a question like this, and you can see that it is a whole numbers question. Okay, so many students can say that it is a whole numbers question, but not many can actually say that this is a number x value question. Okay, so I always tell my students this, that you don't want to just know that it is a whole numbers, but you want to delve deeper into the sub concepts of whole numbers. Okay, so as you can see over here, it says that a bookshop sold rulers at 80 cents each. So what we want to do is we want to put R and we put 80 cents over here, and erasers at 50 cents each, right? So erasers is equals to 50 cents. Okay, if you want to add the word each, you can too. Okay, now once I'm done with this, I can move on to sentence number 3. It says that Ken bought some rulers. So we know that this is for Ken. And Cindy bought some erasers. So this is for Cindy. Okay, so your job is to write down whatever you know. That's all. Okay, all right, now sentence number 4. Sentence number 4 says that Ken spent $1.10 more than Cindy. When I see the word more, I know that it means difference. Okay, all right, when I see the word more, I know that it means difference. Okay, so we know that Ken actually spent $1.10 more than Cindy. So what you want to do is you can actually draw a model to show that Ken actually spent more than Cindy. Okay, now once you are done with this, you can read sentence number 5. Sentence number 5 says, but had 5 items fewer than her. So when I see that, I can see, oh, there is number over here, right? Because over here talks about quantity, right? Quantity means how many, okay? And over here it talks about value. Value means the price. It basically means how much. And that is the reason why I say that this is a number x value question. Okay, so once you're done with this, okay, you know that it is a number x value. I just want you to think about the number x value methods or steps that you need to take. Okay, so what I want to do first is this. Okay, since I know that this is value, so I'm just going to put value over here first. Okay, and as for the number, I'm going to show it over here. Okay, so number x value, so the x over here means to multiply. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to multiply number times the value. Okay, so as you can see over here, it says number, right? So what I want to do is, since I know that Ken actually had 5 items fewer than her as in Cindy, we know that Ken is actually 1 unit, and for Cindy is actually 1 unit plus 5. Okay, so Cindy has purchased more erasers than Ken. Ken purchased just rulers. Okay, so now if I know that the rulers is 80 cents each, what I can do is I can just simply times 80 cents, and we get to 80 cents units. And for Cindy, we can also times 50 cents. Okay, now but for Cindy, it's a little unique. You know why? Because when I times 50 cents, it applies to both of the numbers over here. Okay, so you want to be very careful. Okay, so what we can first do is 1 unit times 50 cents. Okay, and that gives me 50 cents units. And then after that, we times to the 5 as well. That means this person bought 5 erasers, right? So 5 erasers will cost her $2.50. Okay, so we know that this is the total amount. Okay, but unfortunately, the question didn't give us the total amount. The question says difference, right? So what you can say is this, is that, hey, Ken actually spent more than Cindy. So what happens, as you can see over here, okay, so what happens is this, okay, is that we are going to say that the whole thing over here is for 0.80 units, okay? And from here to here is 0.5 units plus $2.50. Okay, what I like to do is I like to balance things out. Okay, you know, on a seesaw, right? In this question, we will obviously see that Ken is more than Cindy. All right, Ken is actually how much more than Cindy? $1.10 more. Okay, so you can see that this is 80 cents units, and then over here it is 50 cents units plus $2.50. So what I want to do is I want to balance them. Okay, I want to make sure that Ken is equals to Cindy. So how do you actually make this happen? Since I know that Ken is 80 cents units and I want to say that they are equal, I'm going to add to the person who has lesser. So over here, we can obviously see that Cindy is lesser. By how much? By $1.10. So all I need to do is just add to Cindy. Okay, and now I can put the equal sign over here. Why? Because they are now the same, right? So what happens next is you want to group them up. Okay, first thing first, of course, solve this part here. We can see that this is $3.60. Okay, now same family seat together. What do I mean? Units and units. Okay, numbers and numbers. Okay, so this will go over to this side. Okay, so when this comes over, I have to minus, isn't it? Whenever you cross the math border, this is the math border, you have to change the sign. Okay, so over here you get to 80 cents units minus 50 cents units. Okay, is equals to $3.60. And over here, you'll get to 30 cents units is equals to $3.60. What we want to do is always find our Mr. Green Man. Allow me to just circle 1 unit to show that that is Mr. Green Man. So how to find that? How do I get from 30 cents units to 1 unit? I just have to divide by 30 cents. And when I do something to my left, I must do something to my right. So therefore, I will divide as well. So 360 divided by 30 cents. What happens? When I divide, it means that I cancel out. So I cancel out the dollar and the dollar. Okay, and what happens next is that you will get to 360 divided by, you get to 12. Okay, now 12 what? Okay, so over here we call it 12 items. So what you want to do now is you want to read the question. It says, how many erasers did Cindy buy? Okay, how many? The word how many is over here. Many basically means my number, not value. Okay, value is always how much. Okay, so how do you find the answer? Very simple. Look at Cindy. Since we are talking about number, Cindy, it's 1 unit plus 5, right? Can you see 1 unit plus 5? So therefore, your A answer has to be 12 plus 5. And you get to 17 erasers for A. And as for B, they ask for how much. So much is basically the value. All right. So for Ken, again, go to value. Look at Ken. Oh, I can see, okay, that Ken, oh, we don't even need this, right? Because we know that for Ken, he actually bought 12. Okay. And all I need to do is to just times 80 cents because Ken bought rulers at 80 cents each. So therefore, when you times that, you get to $9.60. And therefore, your answer for B has to be 960. So I hope what I've taught helped you to understand how to solve a question like that. Bye.